Here we go.
Welcome to Inside Glory. Take a look back on the recently completed season-ending 8-man heavyweight tournament. Some of Glory's quickest knockouts. Look at the best of Inside Glory Fight Week and take a look at the year-end pictures. Up next, the season-ending edition of Inside Glory 2018. Welcome to Inside Glory. I'm Todd Grisham. 2018 came to a close with the much anticipated 8-man heavyweight tournament recently held in the Netherlands. 6 of the top 10 heavyweights battled, with the winner having to win 3 fights in one night to be crowned heavyweight tournament champion. In the end, the Goliath Jamal Ben Sadiq defeated 5th-ranked Junior Tafa, 3rd-ranked Guto Innocence, and number 1-ranked Benjamin Adegbuyi to capture the championship belt. This year saw many highlights, including Glory's historic 50th event in Chicago. Badr Hari returned in the long-awaited rematch with Hesti Gerges. The lightweight and middleweight division was dominated by Sidichai and Alex Pereira, respectively. Upsets and underdogs prevailed, and the king of kickboxing thrilled a sold-out crowd at Amsterdam's largest venue when he defended at Glory 59. In all, 4 title holders kept their belt. 2 others became Glory champs for the first time, while the other lost and then regained her title. There was high drama in the super bantamweight division in 2018 as Glory 56 twice defending champion Anissa Meksen lose her title to JD Menezes in a controversial split decision win that left crowd and commentators stunned. Did we watch a completely different fight? I don't think she won one single round. A rematch was quickly convened, and at Glory 61 New York, Meksen vowed not to leave it to the judges. Anissa Meksen trying to get back what she feels was taken from her. And that's it. Meksen promised a KO, and she delivers in the second round. The featherweight division saw the dominance of ex-lightweight champ Ruben van Roosmalen come to an end with a long-awaited rematch against Thailand's Pech Panamarong. Originally scheduled for Glory 55, Roosmalen was forced to pull out through injury. Instead, Pech took on New York native Kevin Van Ostrand in a close-fought battle for the interim belt. Since dropping to featherweight, Van Roosmalen has struggled with the weight cut, and so it proved at Glory 59 when a below-par Van Roosmalen faced a challenger in a unification fight for the title. With Van Roosmalen out of the frame, opportunity turns to another ex-champion, a resurgent Sergey Adamchuk, to challenge the new champ in the first event of 2019 in Houston in February. The lightweight division saw the complete dominance of another Thai, superstar Sidichai. With a 9-fight win streak, 6 successful defenses, and a record 4 this year, his win against Josh Johnsey at Glory 61 New York cemented Sidichai's legacy as the lightweight king. 2018 began with a new welterweight champion, as Harut Grigorian avenged his controversial loss to Myrtle Grunhart at Glory 50 Chicago to claim the belt. He successfully defended against tricky newcomer Alim Nabiev at Glory 54, but there's one man in particular breathing down the Armenian's neck, motor-mouth Frenchman Cedric Doumbé. The ex-champion had a stellar 2018 with 3 straight wins and 2 knockout finishes, and hopes are high for an instant classic when the two finally meet for the first time sometime next year. In the middleweight division, Simon Marcus and Yusri Belgari lined up to take pot shots at Brazilian champion Alex Pereira. Both were dispatched in similar fashion, Belgari suffering 2 consecutive knockdowns, and Marcus failing to convince the judges at Glory 58 Chicago. The light heavyweight division saw another year and another successful defense for reigning champion Artem Vahitov, as he took a unanimous decision from Daniel Olunga at Glory 56 Denver. But the champion has been dogged by injury, and the division is in need of a worthy challenger in 2019. Could it be experienced Cape Verdean Luis Tavares? Returning to Glory with a win in December after a 5-year hiatus, he claims unfinished business with the Russian. And finally to the heavyweights and the undisputed king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven. 2018 saw him defend twice convincingly against Mladen Brstovac and most recently Brazilian Guto Innocent in front of a massive sellout crowd at Glory 59 Amsterdam. But with Jamal Ben Sadiq claiming the Glory Tournament Championship at Glory 62.
And now, Glory Heavyweight Tournament Champion.
Could the only man to rock Rico in 5 years be poised to take the crown? Time will tell. We're just getting started on Inside Glory's season ender. Still to come, we'll look back on some of Glory's quickest knockouts, look back at the best of Inside Glory Fight Week, and take a look at the year in pictures. I'll also be joined by my broadcast partner, Bazooka Joe Joseph Valtellini, to discuss our thoughts on the year that was. But up next, we take a look back on the recently completed season-ending 8-man heavyweight tournament. Welcome back to Inside Glory. I'm Todd Grisham. The heavyweight division continued to be ruled by the king of kickboxing as Rico Verhoeven defended twice while stretching his Glory unbeaten streak to 17 in a row over the past 5.5 years. Truly remarkable. Who's next for the king? Well, that may have been decided at Glory 62 when 6 of the top 10 heavyweights battled in the first ever Glory 8-man heavyweight tournament. Rotterdam Ahoy witnessed the 4 top-ranked heavyweights seated across the card, facing 4 hungry challengers chosen by random draw. The action kicked off with number 1 seed Benjamin Adegbuyi taking on Glory newcomer Eric Besorsek. Adegbuyi looked to use his experience to edge his Polish opponent, who in turn tried to use his kicks to keep range, but Adegbuyi quickly walked him down, scoring 2 knockdowns across the fight and taking a decision. In the second quarterfinal, second-seeded behemoth Jamal Ben Sadiq locked horns with heavy-handed Australian Junior Tafa. Bothered by a malfunction with his jockstrap, the Australian swung wildly, but Ben Sadiq was able to stay at range. A body shot dropped Tafa and produced a count from the referee. A second kick to the body sent Tafa down again, and the fight was waved off according to the 2 knockdowns in a round rule. Tafa argued a low blow, but to no avail. Dutchman Jafar Wilnis entered the tournament as the 3rd seed and squared off with Slovakia's Tomas Mozny. The fight was close and the judges were split, with Wilnis ultimately taking a spot in the semis. The last quarterfinal matchup featured the division's most recent title challenger, Brazilian Guto Innocent, and Germany's Muhammad Abdallah. The Germans' advance neutralized the wild techniques of the Brazilian, but it was Innocent's body shots that paid dividends in the final round, slowing down his opponent, and the Brazilian had done enough. So with the top seeds through to the semis, it was Wilnis and Adegbuyi in the first bout. Both fighters traded blows to the head, and the third round saw Wilnis start strong, but Adegbuyi rocked Wilnis several times before landing a highlight reel KO late in the round to take him to the final. And in the other half of the bracket, Ben Sadiq versus Innocent. The Brazilian took heavy damage in the first with an intervention from the doctor halting the action. And desperation set in as Ben Sadiq scored with a devastating right in the second. Visibly battered, the Brazilian failed to find an opening, and the stage was set for the final. With Adegbuyi victorious in 2 tough battles and Ben Sadiq coasting to victory in his, the final saw the top 2 ranked heavyweights meeting for the first time ever. A first-round barrage of punches and aggressive attack proved too much for Adegbuyi as the top seed appeared tired. Ben Sadiq took the Romanian apart with a series of left hooks and jabs.
Sadiq's firing! No, he knocked him down! Yeah!
Claiming victory as the 2018 heavyweight tournament champion. It was later discovered that he'd broken his right hand in his previous fight, making Jamal's KO win against the number 1 ranked heavyweight one of the finest performances of 2018 and a force to be reckoned with in 2019. Before each of Glory's 13 events this year, no matter where we are in the world, we turn our cameras on the 20-plus fighters as they arrive in town for Fight Week, all having their own way of preparing themselves for a battle. Here's a look back at the best of Inside Glory Fight Week 2018.
Honored to make his first appearance in the Netherlands in 6 years. These two have some unfinished business that over the last 8 years has led to a bit of bad blood that finally gets to get settled.
On 3, Team Bully Buster. 1, 2, 3, Team Bully Buster!
Bullying's a big thing going on nowadays, and I think it's always been there, but there's more of a spotlight on it now. And I think that's great that we can do things and have places like this to help prevent it.
Oh, that's peanut butter partner? I advise you not to use that milk with that cereal, I'll tell you that.
That's how we do it, man, for the people. I think it's great, I love doing it. Give me a good feeling, you know.
And you might hear this a lot, you might not believe it, but anything is possible. Anything you really want to do, you have the power in you to do it. So, because you guys are young kings and queens.
Giving back to charity is so important. As human beings, you know, we don't ask to be here, we get to be here. And so I think giving back and helping each other is a rent that we pay for our time here. And we're all one. And then I go hard. Dead, cross, hook, knee.
What's up? How are you? I'm good. How are you? I watch you all the time. I'm a big fan.
Life, baby. Living my best life, yeah.
It's different, but I like it because it's like changing mind. You don't have to think all the time to fight, so it's very great.
Now you got some real muscles.
No, I got no respect for them. I respect no one of them.
Respect me. It's all about respect.
It's all about respect.
มารัดเนี่ยดูไว้ทำให้ตาย
City Chat, I hope you're gonna come to knock me out. Because I'm gonna knock you out.
A onça é muito forte, muito inteligente, muito ágil, rápida. E na hora da luta, eu me identifico muito com ela. Eu sou desse jeito, ela cerca, estratégica.
I'll give this to Patch.
พอแล้ว ชอบชกมวยมากกว่ากินปลาเนี่ย
Look into the camera and smile. Look at me like I'm Nico from the movie.
Look at you like you're Kim Kardashian.
Okay, last one.
Coming up a bit later, I'll be joined by my broadcast partner, Bazooka Joe. But up next, we look back on some of Glory's quickest knockouts and some of the best fight calls that took place this past year. Welcome back to Inside Glory. My name is Todd Grisham. One of the things I enjoy most about calling fights for Glory, the world's premier stand-up combat league, is that 3 rounds of non-stop action with the best fighters on the planet always delivers. Here's the best calls from 2018. Here we go. Stop the unstoppable, beat the unbeatable. Perhaps the most dominant kickboxer Glory's ever seen. 5 words. How connected kick group is down. That is a knockdown. The champ is down. Here it is. The referee has stopped it. Are you kidding me? A brutal time fight should never be stopped like that. He's down. He is out. Kevin Van Hickman with a massive knockout. He's really quick, isn't he? Yeah, that speed on the edge. Speaking of quick, one well known for its high percentage of knockouts, 3 rounds, no place to hide, and if you're not careful, you may just miss it.
An epic event for the company, and so far, it's shaping up to be an epic night after this just happened. It happened so fast. Let's watch it again. Joe, take us through it.
Again, there's 2 strategies. Do you go out and try to get the knockout, or do you play safe and get the decision? We got a first-round knockout, so
Benjamin Adegbuyi taking on D'Angelo. Going right after each other. Adegbuyi in the right hand there. Fires out 2. Just D'Angelo on his knees. And it's over. She doesn't know where he is. Benjamin Adegbuyi. Decisive, destructive power. Couldn't have been a better semifinal start for Adegbuyi. And that's the power Adegbuyi has. He's very precise. He's very calculated.
It's Dubé and Tongchai, our main event here on the Glory Super Fight Series. Oh, and a right hand from Dubé, right on the button. Tongchai's down, and he may be out.
I don't think he's getting enough from that right hand.
7, 8, 9, 10.
It's over. Cedric Dubé promised us a knockout, and he only took seconds to deliver it. Troy Jones signed with Glory Kickboxing, and now with the biggest opportunity of his life. 2 fights in one night. He's in the black gloves, Casey Green in the white. Another knee there for Troy Jones, and a third, and then a high kick. See you later. Lights out. Troy Trouble Jones with a defining moment of his young kickboxing career.
And that's what a finisher does. He gets you hurt, and he puts the finish, and no better finish than that knockout.
A knockout of the year contender from Troy Trouble Jones. We'll step aside one more time, and when we return, I'll be joined by my broadcast partner, Joseph Valtellini, plus the year in pictures. Welcome back to Inside Glory, and look who's here. One of my best buddies and the former Glory welterweight champion of the world, Joseph Valtellini.
How's it going?
Good, going great. It's been a great year, 2018 for Glory. Went to some awesome cities, some exotic locales. What was your favorite stop?
It's got to be the Johan Cruyff Arena, man. Just walking in there, the magnitude of the building, the amount of people we had, the excitement, the energy, and just seeing even when Rico Verhoeven walked out, all the lights, the production behind it was just incredible.
And some great fights that night as well. Who could forget what Michael Duke did to Murat Bouzidi? Just seconds left in the 3rd round, caught him with that patented shot. Down goes Bouzidi. His head was banging off the bottom rope. Thank God he was okay, but what a finish.
Well, that's Michael Duke. You know, he comes in and performed again, and that magnitude in front of 15,000 people, man, it was incredible.
And Joe, I know you loved the fact that we went back to the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, a lot of good memories there. I was back there at Glory 9, fought Francois Ambank, so just remembering the change room I was in, walking that, you know, entrance into the ring just brought back a lot of great memories.
And the crowd was electric that night, and their favorite fight of the night, and one of my favorite fights to call all year long, had to be Mexen versus Menezes, the final of their 3-fight trilogy. As you may recall, Menezes won the title very controversially from Mexen. So Mexen vowed to win by knockout in the Hammerstein. She never knocked anyone out in Glory, and dadgummit, she did it, Joe.
We're going to see how tough Johnny Menezes is.
Oh, and a body shot. The Brazilian is in huge trouble here. Look at her go. Anissa Mexen trying to get back what she feels was taken from her.
She wants that finish. She's getting it.
And that's it.
She looked possessed. She had something in her that she just went out there and wanted that finish, and she got it. She looked incredible. So let's hope we see that Mexen in 2019.
And of course, just like we did in 2017, Glory went back to China, this time to Shenzhen. What a city that was.
Comes in, gets hit, goes out. And he's keeping. Oh, and he's spinning back this, and he may have knocked Bilolowski out cold.
Yeah, we got to have an 8-man tournament. We got to see a lot of up-and-coming Chinese fighters, and we got to see Sidichai again beat Gregorian and be dominant in that lightweight division.
Now let's talk about our fighter of the year. As for me, it's got to be either Pech Panamarung or Sidichai. What say you?
It's got to be Pet Panamarung. He looked so impressive this year, starting off with a head kick knockout over Esbiri, ended up winning the interim title against Kevin Van Oosthuizen, and then in a rematch against Van Roosmalen, had an easy win. So outside Rico Verhoeven, he's been dominating the division, so that's my fighter of the year.
Yeah, we almost gloss over the name Rico Verhoeven. He's now won 17 straight Glory matches, including 2 this year, Guto Innocence and Brestovac.
Rico Verhoeven's just been unbeatable. At the end of 2017, we saw little chinks in his armor, a little bit vulnerable against Jamal Ben Sadiq, but in 2018, he just continued to be so technical, so dominant, and just keeps getting better, if that's even possible.
Yeah, he's certainly already etched his name in stone as one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. Can't wait to see what he does in 2019. That'll do it for Joe and I for now. Always love talking kickboxing with you.
It's what I do best, my man.
Those were our picks for our favorite from this past year. Here's a look back at the best of pictures from Glory 2018. That'll do it for this season-ending edition of Inside Glory, but you don't have to wait long as we kick off the new year in Houston on February 1st for Glory 63. There, the Professor, Pet Panamarung, will defend his featherweight title for the first time as he faces former champion Sergey Adamchuk. For all of us at Inside Glory, I'm Todd Grisham, wishing you the happiest of holiday seasons and looking forward to being back again in January with our first installment of 2019. Don't forget to check out all things Glory on our website, glorykickboxing.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as catch up on Glory features, shows, and fights on our YouTube channel.
Are you ready for glory?